back. I'm your host, Mike Sparks. It's Coach's Corner East, the Crestline portion of tonight's show from the Pizza Hut here in Galion. It is Wednesday, the 3rd of August. Our show is brought to you in part by Stephen Chuck Keller Auto Parts, your Napa dealer, Uptown Galion and Crestline. Dr. Thomas M. Britton at Clubview Vision Center next to the golf course in Bucyrus. And Joe Klein, an associate at the Galion office of First Federal Bank of Ohio. And I welcome to the show tonight the cross country team from Crestline High School. And it's Kelsey Noblett back after a year hiatus.
Yeah.
You were back having a family, and how good is it to be back in the coaching ranks this year, even though it was taken care of last year for you?
It feels really good. I love coaching. I love these kids, and it feels great to be back.
How tough was it not being out there with them last year?
I feel like I was still out quite a bit with them at their races. I just missed out on their practices, so
Right.
it was kind of, it wasn't.
Now, refresh my memories. Is third or fourth year officially coaching for you?
Third year officially.
Third year officially, okay. And what do numbers look like this year from 9 through 12 for you?
Well,
Or is it still a little
we
early?
officially, this is my whole girls team. So
Okay.
this is the first year I believe that we have a full girls team.
Good.
And then we have most of the boys here, but we should have an official boys team too. So that was always my goal.
To have
And,
both.
yeah, and so this year it's happening.
Great, good for you. And what makes it official?
Five
Five.
people.
Okay, 5, you can call yourself a team rather than individuals, and you can get league honors. And
Yeah.
now cross country, it's part of the Mid Buckeye, just like basketball is, correct?
Yep.
Okay, all right, so I want to make sure I get that right. And last year, even though you weren't coaching, talk about kind of how that year went in kind of a capsule.
Like with them.
Yeah.
I know. Like we lost Danny.
Yeah, right. I have
Danny
that
was
listed.
kind of like the little key component to our team, so we definitely miss him. They all always had him,
Right.
honestly, so that's different. What was the question?
No, just, I mean, kind of looking back, I know you weren't the
Right.
official coach, but you kept tabs on what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of how the success of the
I
team.
was pretty happy with them. I think they PR quite a bit when I saw them running. I know Ashlyn was really close to making it out of districts, and that's her goal this year.
Good.
I saw Malachi really improve quite a bit. I mean, everybody. I was really proud of what I saw last year.
And as a coach, that's what you want. You just want to see constant improvement.
That's all I wanted. Yes.
It's not always about, how many trophies or medals or things like that. It's, are the kids progressing not only from a physical but a mental and just a social standpoint, and if that can happen, then it certainly is a success. You mentioned Danny Kaiser. Of course, that's a tough loss. He's just a great kid, and I've enjoyed interviewing him over the last few years, not only for cross country but track as well. And those kind of, I call those program kids too, because they mean so much to the program and the things that they do. So that'll be a tough loss. But how many returners do you have on both teams this year? Most of them.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
You didn't lose any.
No, I don't. Only our seniors. So that's good.
That's good. And how many freshmen do you have coming up? No
I
freshmen?
don't think I have any freshmen.
Okay.
No.
Now, will you have some kids running at the junior high level or
I
not?
have 2 girls.
Okay, all right. Some things that you did during the off season, because coaching officially began Monday, but what did you encourage your kids to do during the summer months, maybe in the springtime when they got out of spring sports and when school ended?
Right. We'll definitely always encourage them to do track or swimming in the summer. But we had open runs since I think middle of June, and so I just encouraged them to come out and run with each other. We try to have more fun at those runs, keep them coming. Have popsicles at the end of each race is always, or each practice, so it's always something to look forward to.
Sure. And because it's an endurance sport, isn't it?
Yes. So and they definitely, I think, see that if they come in the summer, it's worth it in the fall.
Do you hit the weight room? I was talking to the Colonel Crawford volleyball team. They definitely do it, and it's probably even more injury prevention than anything else. Are you expected to be in the weight room or not as much?
We have been expected to be in the weight room, but this year we haven't been.
Okay.
So it's just kind of one of those off years. I know we have a lot of student or runners that are like on football or different teams, so they are still heading it up that way.
So you're playing football as well. All right, we'll talk about that here in a little bit.
But I'm not.
Okay. That's not necessarily your focal point.
No.
Okay, very good. So we're going to take a break here. We'll come back and talk to the kids around the table. The show is brought to you in part by the Burkhardt family at the Burkhardt Farm Center at Case IH Dealer, straight west of Gallion on the Manette Winchester Road. Mike Kleinite at Ag Credit Residential Lending, Bucyrus, Mount Gilead, and Marion. Sweet Baby Marie Jones and Kendra Weaver at Ohio Door at Sash, 120 South Street in Gallion, and Mark Osborne at E-Crane International, Route 598 at the north edge of Gallion. And first up, it is Malachi Dowdy. And you are a junior, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and how many years have you been running at Crestline?
This is going to be my third year, I believe.
Okay. What is it that kind of attracted you to this sport, why you enjoy it, and what do you like most about it?
Well, one of the reasons is I always liked to run around when I was younger because with my ADHD, I've got to find a way to burn off all that energy.
Mm-hmm.
The other main reason is because I was bored.
Uh-huh. And it gives you something to do and some competition and something to look forward to after school. These are tough days when it gets so doggone hot. Coach talked about running inside today. Do you kind of like it better when it's warm, or do you like it when it gets a little colder in the fall? What do you prefer?
I like it better when it's warm because then my joints don't start to lock out.
Okay. So what do you hope for compared to last year from an improvement standpoint? What do you want to improve upon?
Mainly my personal record.
And what would that be?
I can't remember entirely. I know it was somewhere in the 20s. I believe it was somewhere around 22, 30.
Okay. So you want to try to get that closer to 20 or maybe potentially under that?
And
That would be a hope anyway. All right. And, this is not a large squad necessarily. Crestline's pretty much, it's cramped for numbers at times just because of the size of the town. But do you like this group of kids that you get to interact with day in and day out?
I mean, yeah. there's not too many people, so I'm fine with that.
You're just perfectly fine with that. All right, very good. Well, good luck. Have fun this year and enjoy. You did a great job. Appreciate it very much. Next up, Leah Gosser is a sophomore, and welcome to the show. I appreciate it. Did you run last year?
No.
Okay, so first year, what made you decide to come out this year?
Miss Noblet.
Okay. She just said, hey, this might be something that you would like to do.
I would pass her in the hallways, and she'd be like, you need to join cross country.
And she finally talked you into it.
Yeah, and my two friends were doing it, so
Yeah.
I decided to do it too.
Yeah, that's great, and I applaud you for kind of stepping outside your comfort zone. That's not always easy for young people to do. Heck, it's not easy for adults to do. And kudos to you because you have to kind of recruit in the hallways, being a small school, and get as many people as you have out. So being your first year and you're just starting practice, what are kind of some things you're hoping for this year? What do you want to accomplish?
I honestly don't know.
Just go out and have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, with your friends. You said you like being around your friends, and what better way to get a little exercise and go out there and have fun, and you don't have to worry about trying to get a PR because you don't even have a PR yet, so whatever you do in set, you're going to be great at it. So, and do you know how long that run is? How long is it cross country?
3.5 months.
Wow. That's crazy. So good luck to you. Enjoy it. I hope it's a great experience for it, and that you can come back next year and say, I'm so glad I did this. That would be the ultimate. For me, that would be a great goal for you. All right. Thanks a lot for coming. Appreciate it. Next up, we have Nevaeh Chuckie. And Nevaeh, you are a sophomore as well. And how many years have you been running?
This is my third year.
Third year. Okay. And how have you gotten better from the first year till now?
First year, I basically walked the entire time. And this year, I haven't.
Yeah.
So it made a small improvement.
And certainly some of that has to do with just the maturity of the body, but it also has to have some maturity from a mental standpoint, because you have to know, your body's a beautiful thing. Everybody's body does certain things that's expected of it, but it becomes a mental thing as well. To know I got to push, I got to empty the tank, I got more left, I got to do it. As you've grown older, has that gotten easier for you to do that?
No.
You still deal with that, struggle with that. What would be a PR for you this year?
I don't remember. I just want to get somewhere in the 30s.
30s. Okay, good. Well, you keep after it, keep practicing hard, and I hope it's a lot of fun for you and that you enjoy your season. And I appreciate you coming out. And next up, we have Spencer Bowles as a sophomore. And Spencer, thanks for coming. You're the first, second guy up here and part of this team. And what do you want to accomplish this year?
Well, I want to be able to like get under 30 minutes for it, because this is technically my first year for high school running. Because I took a break last year.
Got it. Okay.
Because I found out I had asthma and it was not easy.
Yeah.
So,
that's for sure. So what are some things that you've been doing this summer? I know Coach talked about open runs and things like that. You do more on the side when maybe she's not watching, just to get some more miles in, things like that?
No. I usually just go with what we're supposed to do.
Just whatever you're asked to do, you do it, and do it to the best of your ability.
Yeah.
All right. Body-wise, you feel pretty good right now? You feel like you can go out and run a whole race, or you still need to work up to that a little bit?
I have high confidence that I might be able to do good in a race.
All right. And are you a quick starter, kind of a middle person, or are you a strong finisher?
Strong finisher.
Okay. All right. So you kind of leave a little in the tank and then hit the gas and finish real strong. Well, good luck. Enjoy it, and congratulations on being part of the team.
Thank you.
You bet. Next up, Ashlyn Kaldik. Last time we spoke, what? Oh, she's laughing. Ashlyn's laughing already. Hi, how are you? It's good to see you. And we talked during track season and certainly during basketball season, and some success last year at this sport. How are you going to take it to the next level and you go above and beyond what you did last year?
Definitely Olympic regionals.
And what would be kind of that target time that you want to be at?
I want to get it under 20, but feeling a little stuff now,
Yeah, well, it's a positive thing. So when I get under 20, and you'll get there if you push yourself to do it. Body-wise, you feel pretty good. Feel like you've done enough to get ready for practice. You're ready to go and start getting after it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And what I know, you think about basketball, football. Sometimes you got team shoes and things. Do you have a particular brand of shoes that you always wear? Or not necessarily so? It's a free plug. You can plug whoever. Crocs is not an answer.
Well, I mean, they're like the best running shoes ever, but no, I just, whatever's comfortable,
Yeah.
like, it depends on what I'm running on usually,
Okay,
where I'm running.
sure. Okay, very good. Well, good luck. Enjoy the year. Thanks for coming. Next up, Lexie Levine is a sophomore in your second year running, right? You did last year?
This is actually my fourth, but second year in high school.
Second year high school, right, but you did in junior high. What do you think your biggest improvement has been from when you started to now?
It's my strides, learning how to have longer strides. I'm not the tallest.
Rather than short, choppy steps, it's a longer, more fluid type. I don't know much about running, as you can see. It's not an activity I really take part in, but it makes a lot of sense. What is your favorite place to run?
Grove City.
Why?
We get canes every year when we go to Grove City.
You get what? I'm sorry.
Canes,
Oh, okay.
and there's a lot of shade there,
Uh-huh.
so it makes it easier to run when it's cooler.
Oh,
and you're
yeah,
not
that
letting
makes
the
sense.
sun beat down on you.
That makes sense. What would be a PR that you're looking forward to this year?
I'm looking to get down to like 22, 21.
Okay, good for you. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Mason Lash is a senior. Mason, thank you for coming. And how many years have you been running?
I've been running 3 years.
3 years, okay. And you're also playing on the football team this year, right? Wow. So you're doing double duty. How do you get all that practice in?
It's my whole day.
Yeah.
I sleep when I'm not practicing.
Yeah, okay. Because now you're in 2 days for football or whatever your longer practice and coach is expecting you to get your miles in. Is it something that you're a little concerned that the body's going to wear down or not so much?
I feel like I can handle it.
Okay. All right. What would be kind of your target running time for the 3.1 miles?
I want to get close to 25.
Okay. Okay. And you think that's possible?
Hopefully.
Hopefully so. So a lot of your meets are on Saturdays, right?
Yes.
So you're going to be playing probably the majority of Friday night, then you have to get up and go run. You have much concern about that, or you think you're going to be okay?
As long as I get a good night's rest, I'll be okay.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking during the football season when Coach Winland comes in here in a couple weeks. So I wish you the best of luck, first and foremost, on the cross country side, and we'll do that again on the football side.
Okay.
Thanks for coming out. And finally, Elizabeth Schubert is a junior. Thank you for coming. How many years have you been running total?
I'd say 3 years. Last year I took a little bit of a break due to my knees.
Okay.
Otherwise, yeah, I'm ready to go this year.
You feel good?
Yes.
All right, you're back to being healthy and ready to get after it. What's kind of the biggest improvement taking that year off that you really want to focus on this year?
Well, I really want to focus on my stride because I noticed I have for many years I've kept a short stride. It's actually far my knees. So now I'm trying to really elongate my stride. It's also improved my time significantly. And so I'm really trying to push myself to keep my stride up.
It's kind of the biggest vote of confidence that Coach has given you, that you kind of always remember when you're out there running either in a pack or by yourself and you hear her voice in your ear and to encourage you. What kind of things has she said to you?
It's when I first started running and I had a lot of struggles. She would basically kind of tell me to get to a telephone pole, and it's just getting through the little steps as you go. It's like making the landmarks in between and everything like that. It's like I'm here. I can get, if I've gone this far, I can get another mile in, or I can get to the end basically. Not just getting to the end.
That's great advice, and I think I will remember that, and because you can kind of put that in, whether it be a race or your job, or always put little landmarks in. So thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate that, and I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for coming. One final break here before we wrap up the Coach's Corner East tonight. Show is brought to you in part by Lee Plymouth and Brad Simon at the Plymouth Insurance Group, Gallion and Bucyrus, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, North Walnut Street across from the courthouse in Bucyrus. Phil and Sue Schreck at Phil's Deli, just east of the Pizza Hut here in Gallion at the Bridge, and John Rolls at John's Auto Repair Specialist, 800 Scott Street in Crestline. And back we go to Kelsey Noblet and Coach Noblet. You look at official practice started Monday. It looks like you begin the season August 23rd at Northmore.
No,
or something.
We are starting at Mount Gilead.
Mount Gilead.
Next day.
Okay, all right, very good. And you're going to be at the Elks Invitational over at the Crawford County Fairgrounds in Bucyrus. Some coaches say we really like that, others say we don't really like that. Do you have a feeling on that one?
I know when I ran, I liked it because I like running on the track.
The track, right.
I love that part, but I don't know if anybody else agrees with me.
But it is.
You like it?
I'm kind of biased. I do a lot of it there, so it's kind of like coming home for me, I guess, on that race. So I'm more determined to do my best because I'm like, this is the place I have so many memories at, and I want to continue to make good memories. I want to push myself as hard as possible.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for sharing that. That's fantastic. Then you're going to be part of the, and I've heard it mentioned last week when I talked to Gallion on the cross country side, as well as Colonel Crawford up at Seneca East at the Stars, Stripes, and Lights, the night race. And is this your first time at that?
Their second time would be my first.
Your first time?
Yes.
All right, and that'll be Saturday, September 10th. And then we talked a little bit about the Grove City Christian invite. You're going to be going back down to there October 8th. And is that one that you like particularly as well?
Yes, it's a long drive, but everybody always does really well there.
Mm-hmm.
I like the course has changed, I feel like, almost every time we've been there, but they do really well. The competition's really even.
Mm-hmm.
You have a chicken. We can't afterwards. It always applies too, so we can't take that one off.
No, that's a must too, for sure. And very, very good. Well, thank you so much for coming out. It's great to see you again. We missed you last year, and I'm sure you're glad and chomping at the bit to be back. You're hopefully going to be at 2 full squads, which is such a blessing at Crestline. And I just hope that you and all of your kids have great success this year and really enjoy their time. Thanks for coming. So let's take a look here real quick at the programming schedule before we leave you tonight. Tomorrow, we have a special edition phone board. Davy Jones will be up at Pete's Cafe in New Washington talking to football coaches from Buckeye Central, Crestline, and Colonel Crawford High School, as well as Buckeye Central Volleyball. That'll be on the radio tomorrow night, WQEL 92.7 at 5 o'clock. Then we'll have Cleveland Guardians baseball pregame at 6:35 against the Houston Astros. They take on the Astros again on Friday, 6:35, Saturday at 5:35 pregame, and a special Sunday time, 11:35 with first pitch shortly after noon. Special thanks to everyone here at Galleon Pizza Hut, especially our manager, Michelle Burris. Madison was our server tonight. Appreciate her. Thank you to my camera operators tonight, Randy Bigley and John Kreider. Thank you to Galleon soccer coaches Eric Palmer and Cole Plum and their teams. Thank you to the Colonel Crawford volleyball team, and appreciate Crestline Cross Country coach Kelsey Noblet and her team for coming out tonight as well. Thank you to all of our sponsors, and most of all our viewers and listeners tuning in on Facebook Live and Crawford County Now YouTube page. For WQEL Sports, this is Mike Sparks reminding you, a spirit with a vision is a dream with a mission. Have a good night, everybody.